Hi folks, welcome to In the Kitchen with Pete. Here we are on the Grand River. It's a beautiful long river that winds down to Lake Erie in Ontario, Canada. I belong to a park here called Bruce's Landing. We have a trailer here along with many friends, and we hook up on most weekends. And a buddy of mine who loves to cook, Mo, he's going to show us his twist on cooking ribeye steaks. Let's go for a ride up to Mo's trailer and get cooking.
Well, if you don't love me, baby, please don't pretend you do. Well, she's an 8-fingered lady, diamond rings, leave me in a moment for another man's things. It ain't easy living life the way I do. Well, if you don't love me, baby, please don't pretend you do.
Well, here we are at my buddy Mo HEA's trailer. Thanks for coming out and helping me out with this, Mo.
My pleasure, Pete.
You know, we don't always look like we're on the same bowling team, but we had to wear these shirts because a couple of weeks ago, coincidentally, we went out for dinner with our wives and we both showed up with the same shirt. We thought it was hilarious and we thought it would be the right time to wear them today. In fact, we even bought our buddy next door, Lance, one so he didn't feel left out. But anyways, I'm happy to be here cooking with you. Mo's pretty handy in the kitchen on the barbecue, smoking. And today he's going to show us his way of cooking ribeye steaks, his little twist to it. So what is it we're doing, Mo?
Okay, thanks, Pete. So today I'll be preparing a ribeye steak using a combination of cooking methods. One will be on the barbecue and finishing off in a cast iron pan, topped with a couple ingredients like crumbled blue cheese, brown butter, and voila, you're going to have a wonderful steak. Let me show you how it's done.
Let's get cooking.
Okay, let's get started with this great ribeye. First, on my barbecue, I've preheated the barbecue on high, as high as it'll go. It'll probably hit about 500 degrees or so. And on there, I have a cast iron pan. That's where we're going to be finishing off the steak. So let's get this on the grill. I did generously season it with kosher salt and pepper. And so let's get this baby on. I'm putting this on for 2 minutes, and then we're going to flip it. We expect it to be very rare at that point. Okay, it's been 2 minutes. Time to flip. Oh, look at that nice sear. We'll give that 2 more minutes and we'll continue on. Okay, so it's been another 2 minutes. We're going to take this off, transfer it to a cutting board for the next step of our cooking. Look at that, isn't that nice? Okay, so I'm not letting this rest as you normally would a steak because we're not done cooking it yet. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to cut it into about 1.5 inch thick slices. See, that's still quite rare inside. So now we transfer the whole thing entirely like this to our preheated skillet. Okay. Here we go, pan's nice and hot. Listen to that sizzle. Now I need to top it with some butter. It's going to melt all over this meat and create a nice brown butter to serve with later on. Now I close the lid for a few minutes and let it do its thing. Okay, so it's been another 3 minutes in the skillet. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out, put it on the plate, put crumbled blue cheese all over it, and then drizzle some of that delicious brown butter. So let's get to it. Oh yeah. Hear that sizzle, the smell of the steak, smell of the butter. Now we're going to fan this out a little. A little blue cheese crumble on top. And now, a little of that brown butter. And that'll help melt that cheese some. Oh yeah. And that is my grilled and pan-fried ribeye with blue cheese and brown butter.
Only drink champagne from a bottomless glass. Living life the way I do. Well, if you don't love me, baby.
So for our sides, we're going to have roasted potatoes and some asparagus. I'm just going to put some flavor into this asparagus before I put it on the hot grill. A little bit of olive oil, a little bit of balsamic glaze. You can use balsamic vinegar if you like, but the balsamic glaze will stick to it, get it nice and gooey. It's a little bit sweeter. And I'm just going to add a little bit of pepper to it. I'll mix this up. And these will go directly on the grill. Onto the hot preheated grill. Or just about 4 or 5 minutes. Get some grill marks in these. You don't want them mushy. You want to be able to have a little bit of a crunch to them. We'll give that a minute or so and roll them around. And it's been a minute or so. We'll just keep rolling around. Okay, we've got some nice grill marks on our asparagus in about 5 minutes. Time to get them off. So to prepare our roasted potatoes, put a little bit of cooking spray in your pan, potatoes in, a little bit of olive oil, and mix those up. Just a little bit of steak spice. And a little bit of garlic powder. Well, Mo, thanks very much for joining me. What a fun day this has been. How can you beat a ribeye steak with brown butter and blue cheese? It looks so delicious. I think we better try the goods.
I think you're right, Pete.
Oh my, it's cooked to perfection, Mo. Look at it, lots of nice pink in there.
Beautiful.
Oh my. So good. Thanks for coming out, buddy. I appreciate you helping out.
Thanks for having me, Pete. It was a blast.
Right on.
Cheers,
Cheers.
mon ami.
Mon ami. In French, that's my friend. Mon ami. Cheers, buddy. Well, thanks for watching In the Kitchen with Pete. Until next time, see ya.
station for the next gravy train, and an easy